Okay, so welcome back. This last part is the mixed practice. These are all word problems. So for these word problems, you're either going to be solving for kinetic energy and potential energy. And in the word problems, you'll notice that they'll tell you what you're looking for. So for example, in word problem 1, you're looking for PE. But in word problem 2, you're looking for KE. So based on whatever they're asking you to look for, you have to pick the right equation. So for example, in word problem 1, since you're looking for potential energy, you're going to use this equation, P equals mgh. Remember, G is 9.8. For the second problem, they're telling you to look for what is the KE. So for that, you're going to use KE equals 1/2 mv squared. Okay, so you use what they're looking for to pick the right equation. Once you have that down, you're going to do what you did in the previous problems, right? So you're going to identify, you're going to look for, if you're looking for PE, you're going to look for mass and height. So you're going to look for those type of values. So there's height here, here's your mass. If you're doing it for KE, you're going to look for your mass and velocity. So you're going to identify key information in the problem. So if we look at this one, it says a skydiver is preparing to jump out of a plane that is flying at a height of 2,200 meters. I know it's height because they tell me, but also I see the unit meters. Okay, so that's my height. If the skydiver has a mass of 78 kilograms, so again, I know the mass is 78 because of the unit, and also they tell me there, all right? So I've identified my values. I'm going to plug them in. So my PE here is going to be 78 times 9.8, because my G is 9.8, times my height, which is 2200, okay? So then you're going to put that into your calculator, and solve, all right? And then don't forget your units. All right, final thing for the second question, it says a 9,800 kilogram plane is traveling at a rate of 400 meters per second. What is the KE of the plane? So again, I know since it's KE, I'm looking for mass and velocity. I know this one is my mass because it has KE. So m is equal to 9800. And it says it's traveling at a rate of 400 meters per second. I know this is my velocity or speed because the units, meters per second. Also the idea of rate, your speed is your rate in terms of distance, how fast you're changing your distance. So my V is equal to 400, all right? So now that I have that information, I'm gonna plug that into this equation. And remember, I like to modify this equation for my calculator. So I'm gonna rewrite this equation as K equals 0.5, because 1/2 is 0.5, times my mass, and then velocity, instead of putting the square, I'm going to do V times V. Now you can, if you're using a regular calculator like this, it probably has a square function, so you can easily just use that button if you want. But if you're using your phone, you might want to do it this way. All right, so when I plug that in, I'm going to get 1/2 or 0.5 times 9,800 times 400 times 400, and then I multiply that all together. So 0.5 times 9800 times 400 times 400. And then I get this huge number. You notice that the KE numbers are often big because we're multiplying, we're squaring our velocity. So KE is equal to 784,000. How many zeros I have here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, and then I can't forget my units of joules. All right, so you're going to do this work for all of these problems. You're going to calculate them. I first figure out what equation you're using. If it's PE, you're going to use this equation, right? The PE equation. And if it's KE, you're going to use this equation, right? The KE equation. Then you identify what your values are, plug them into your equation, and solve. All right, that's it for this video. Have a quality day.